Well, Timmy Hansen taking that win, the first win since September last year, and we're about to going for SuperPole. And to talk us through it, as always, it's Nick and Hal.
Many thanks, Bryn. This is the penultimate round of the FIA World Rallycross Championship for 2022. And Kristoffersson comes into the second last competition with a 35-point lead over Timmy Hansen, who after his victory here yesterday jumped from 5th to 2nd in the standings. Then we see Grönholm, younger of the Hansen brothers, Kevin in 4th, Veiby in 5th position. So let's first, before we get racing, have a quick look at this 12-corner track. Hal, a little detail from you. Where will win or lose this today?
Yeah, such a technical venue, isn't it, with quite a lot of different variables you need to get your head around. The loose surface here, quite abrasive in parts, but does get very, very slippery, especially when it's wetted to suppress the dust on this hot weekend here in Catalunya. There are the loose surface sections on the map on your screen. The Joker lap that Bryn was referencing, the alternative route you have to take once in every tour, in every race in Rallycross, is actually used for this SuperPole session.
It's a 60-40 tarmac asphalt split. Now, as Bryn has already explained, the name of the game is one driver, one car, one lap and the clock. And we will go in reverse World Championship standings order. Lying in 8th position after 8 rounds is René Munich in the Seat Ibiza RX1 car. It's been a frustrating season for René, not originally racing this car right at the start of the 2022 campaign. Let's take a look and watch his time against the clock. 4 red lights, then it's green for go. And the launch is good and strong. Let's see if René Munich can, if nothing else, Hal, improve on his times from yesterday and give us an indication of the track condition.
Yeah, it's very difficult to judge track time without having actually been on the circuit compared to a previous day, because a rallycross track is like a living thing. It's always evolving.
First time here in Barcelona for me. The track looks super nice, has a lot of history to it, and I can't wait to drive on it this weekend.
Well, for those of you that have been following us all season long, this rookie to the RX1E series has had a fabulous season. In the opener in Norway, taking 4th position and 12 points. And then on the 18th of September, becoming the first woman to collect a podium position at this level of World Rallycross. This is Clara Kristoffersson. Clara Anderson, I should say, my apologies, at 22 years of age, a real rising star for the construction equipment dealer team. As for her result here yesterday, 7th position, 9 points on the board. This young lady has made it quite clear that it's all about learning and learning to mix it with the big names. Let's see if she can beat Munich's target time. Clara Anderson gets the green light and a good launch here. Needs to take it below sub 1 minute. Hal.
Yeah, not one of her better days of the season so far. Yesterday, I think she'll have been a bit disappointed with the overall pace, but Clara has faced such an uphill challenge this year. Coming into World RX from a relatively low national level, she stunned everybody with her performances in RX2E when she joined on a part-time program last year. Massive step up to World RX for this season, and she has so much learning to do at every single round, but she's gone quicker than Munich in the opening sector. She has had some brilliant performances as well. Opening round of the season, she was 4th. Bit of understeer there through the long turn 8 at the end of the straight up the hill. Now onto the loose surface section. Get the power down, try and keep it neat and tidy on the loose, and get the car rotated around this long final corner in the drive to the line.
59.786, Clara Anderson lowers the target time by over half a second. Good pace, good performance from Clara Anderson. She'll be very happy with that start to her day indeed. As we move on to the second of the rookie drivers in the RX1E series, he has been on the podium for the past 3 races. This is Gustav Bergström.
Looking forward to drive at this track because of the big jump and the cool Joker.
Well, I have to say, Gustav Bergström has been Mr. Cool in the closing rounds of this 2022 season with 3 podiums. Now, Gustav Bergström, just 19 years of age, remember, part of the Kristoffersson Motorsport team in the Volkswagen RX1E car. He will be looking to take full opportunity, and that's how he has taken those 3 podiums, with some very skillful and patient driving skills and style. But there is no question, when you're on a roll like Bergström is right now, the rest of the teams and drivers start to fear and watch him very carefully. Target time, 59.786. Anderson is our current leader.
Gustav Bergström jumped the start in his SuperPole lap yesterday. Was given another opportunity by the rules laid out by the FIA. No such problem for him today. Bit of oversteer through the long first corner here. Locks the rear wheels on the way into turn 2. Keep to the inside. You can't afford to go wide. You can really see from this drone shot that you have to be on the right in the clean line. It's so loose offline, touching the brakes on the jump landing. Look at him working away at the wheel. Now down into the Joe Collapse section, 6A and 6B. A little nip of the handbrake just to get the rear rotated as he drives up the hill. You can't see on the screen how steep it is up that hill, but it's really quite a climb, running right to the outside of the road and then back into the apex for the incredibly long turn 8. This is where we saw Timmy Hansen try and go around the outside of Johan Kristoffersson yesterday, and now onto this very slippery loose surface section. You can see on the rubbered in area, the black area, the grip is so hard to find. Bergström is putting in some good splits here. He's driving for the line.
It's a good performance, and he continues to get faster and faster. Gustav Bergström goes to the top of the table, setting the new target time at 59.171 seconds. Confidence at an all-time high for this 19-year-old Swedish rookie. Bergström goes to the top with Ollie Christian Vejby next to drive.
So the track here in Barcelona is really cool. It's a track where I have good memories from back in 2015. Really technical, you really have to be precise, and the jump is crucial. So it's a great track for rallycross and super exciting.
So the Norwegian driver was referring to a victory that he took on this track back in 2015 in the Euro RX1 series. But Vejby has been knocking on the door for victory at the RX1E series this season, making a welcomed return from the World Rally Championship to the World Rallycross Championship, 3rd in the season opener, and has backed it up with 4 podium performances this season. But he's been dogged with technical issues with that Volkswagen. His team working relentlessly for 3 hours non-stop to get him back into the race. But he's missing out on valuable track time. There is no question, Vejby could be one of the outsiders to win SuperPole and the race today.
Got the equipment to do it as well, hasn't he? This has been the best car of the season consistently. Oh, sideways from OC Vejby on the entry to turn 1. We know he loves a sideways style. Coming from his rallying background, especially gravel rallying background, he's very used to getting the car rotated early, but trying to keep it neat and tidy through that tight chicane. The track's really narrow in that part of the circuit. Riding the brake, picking back up on the throttle, the car bucking around on the brakes into the Joe Collapse section. First split looking pretty good for the Norwegian driver as he drives back up the hill. Now it's, gets a lot of rotation done on the way in. A good old Scandinavian flick almost into the tarmac corner and now into the loose. A lot more rotation as well for the Volkswagen as he drives down the hill. I think, Nick, this is going to be substantially quicker than what we've seen so far, but a bit of a mistake in the final corner.
Watch the clock, watch the flag. 59.171, and it's the first driver to go sub 59 seconds. It's a 58.3 for OC Vejby. That is fast, over 0.8 of a second quicker than Bergström. Almost 1.5 seconds quicker than Clara Anderson. There is no question, if Vejby can keep that car problem-free, he is a force to be reckoned with. Next up in this SuperPole round, the first of the Hansen brothers, Kevin Hansen.
Barcelona track, super tight, a lot of tire barriers, very technical, but so many good memories from last year winning the race.
Well, top of the table in the season opener here in Barcelona last year for Kevin Hansen, who finished 4th in the race. He got caught up in that controversial manoeuvre with Johan Kristoffersson and his older brother Timmy Hansen. Now, I believe the Hansen brothers have got some very good team tactics to bring to the track today. But first, he's not got his brother on his left or his right. He's out all alone. And Kevin Hansen's challenge is 58.30 seconds for 1 lap against the clock. Let's see if the Peugeot 208 can find the speed to get quicker than OC Veby in the Volkswagen RX1E car. Watch for the lights. This is Kevin Hansen.
Start phase, such an important aspect of a rallycross race, and that's why it's part of this SuperPole run, because you've got to nail your launch settings to get the best run possible down to the opening corner. Such a different style here from Kevin Hansen to OC Veby, who we saw just before. Kevin originally from a karting background, but very quickly when he was just 14 years old into rallycross, and that's where he's been ever since. But he does have this really clean circuit racing type style, and we can see that through the Joker section 6B, the corner where Veby was really sideways on the exit, and this into turn 8 was where we saw a lot of rotation in the Volkswagen. Kevin Hansen though braking nice and straight, so calm, small inputs into the steering onto the loose section. That's a big step down after turn 10, and now driving down the hill, so hard to get the braking right. Look at his legs shaking around, it's so bumpy there on the loose. He's going to get it turned into the final corner and drive to the line.
Checkered flag is there, and it's not good enough for Kevin Hansen. He's just shy of a quarter of a second slower than OC Veby. The Norwegian is at the top of the table. The target time stays at 58.300 with 3 drivers left to challenge in this SuperPole. And the first of the remaining 3 is the flying Finn, Niklas Gronholm.
So nice to be back in Barcelona. A track with good mix of gravel and tarmac, quite fast, technical, not easy to nail, but really good fun.
Gronholm with 2 podiums in the last 2 rounds of the FIA World Rallycross Championship. Delighted with his runner-up spot to Timmy Hansen in the competition here yesterday, and was also second to Johan Kristoffersson in round 7 in Spa, Belgium. Now, Gronholm was the winner of round 5 in Portugal. The construction equipment dealer team have also learned so much this season about this brand new all-electric era, and there is no question of a doubt. Gronholm is one of the top drivers coming into this penultimate round of the season, lying 3rd in the championship standings, looking for another podium performance and big point score to hold on to a top 3 position to wrap up this season's campaign.
Give away a bit of start line performance with these new all-electric powertrains when you go for ultimate lap time, and that's a real balance for all of the teams. Bit of understeer there for the PWR RX1E run by the CE dealer team through turn 1. Gronholm sticking nicely to the inside of 2 and then 3. Eyes forward, glaring at the road ahead. The car line's a little bit nose heavy, but nothing untoward. Bit more understeer on the exit of that right-hander as he drives down towards the Joker section. Nice and tight on the inside there. Bit of understeer on the exit as well. This car visibly looks quite different to the Volkswagen and the Peugeot we've seen so far, but Gronholm calmly applying the inputs to the steering wheel onto the loose. Get the car rotated, bit of a nip on the handbrake. Driving down the hill. As I said before, the braking here is really difficult, and this corner looks like a hairpin, but it's actually a double apex, so it's really hard. You have to be really patient, and he hasn't done it.
Oh, and he's dropped down into 3rd position, 0.4 of a second off the pace. Thumbs up from the Norwegian leader, OC Veby, at 58.300 with 2 drivers left to go. Next up, Timmy Hansen, yesterday's winner here in Barcelona.
Barcelona is a fantastic track, very high grip, and I love this place. I've had great success here, great battles, and now we'll go out for SuperPole, one lap to put everything together.
Timmy Hansen, who recorded his third victory here in Barcelona just 24 hours ago, his 13th career win. And he would dearly love to take that 13 tally to 14, no question of a doubt. Now, looking to pick it up where he left off yesterday, a huge weight off the shoulders of the older of the Hansen brothers. The target time, and our current leader is on screen, OC Baby, sets that target at 58.300. Now, can Timmy Hansen win SuperPole in the penultimate race of the season? Gets the all clear from the start, Marshall. 4 red and then green for go.
You can see from the jolt of Timmy Hansen's head just how lively it is to be in one of these all-electric cars off the start line, sideways for Hansen through turn 1. Very different style to that of his brother, who we saw just a few moments ago. Looks so slow, doesn't it, when you're so patient on the throttle? You can't just stand on the accelerator and get the rear 2 rotated around that corner. This is nice, neat and tidy from Timmy Hansen so far. There's OC Baby looking on at the 2019 champion as he delivers the best possible lap he can. So close Timmy Hansen has come to beating Johan Kristoffersson on several occasions so far this year. He'll want to stamp his authority after a win yesterday and get the fastest time right now. Onto the loose. Very cool, calm and collected. Not a lot of over-rotation. He even looks cool at the wheel as well. Very calm in the car, Timmy Hansen, as he drives back up the hill to the line.
Checkered flag, 58.3, and he's there. The double is on the cards for Timmy Hansen. He's gone into top position in the SuperPole round with just one driver left to challenge. Timmy Hansen lowers the target time to 58.083 seconds. That's at just over 0.2 of a second quicker than Vaby, now down into second position. Kevin Hansen is third, one driver left to challenge, and that driver will lift the World Championship title today, as long as he's not disqualified. Of course, it is Johan Kristoffersson.
A track with very different track conditions in terms of grip level. Tarmac is always very high grip as a Formula 1 track, and the gravel can be super slippery, especially if it's damp. So you need to be super tidy in the hairpins, and you need to be brave on the fast sections on the backside. So it's a very exciting track.
Six wins from 8 races so far this season. I believe Johan Kristoffersson is not done yet, with 2 rounds to go before we wrap up the FIA World Rally Championship for 2022. He's just a few points away from claiming his record-breaking 5th championship title. He won the SuperPole 24 hours ago. I think it's going to be business as usual for Johan Kristoffersson.
Away from the line for the soon-to-be 5-time FIA World Champion. This is the corner where his event unfolded yesterday. Threw it perfectly fine on his own. This time around on the brakes for turn 2. The fastest first sector so far has been set by Timmy Hansen. The middle sector by Kristoffersson's teammate OC Baby. And then Timmy brought it back in the final sector. This is all about Johan Kristoffersson trying to nail 3 of those sectors together. Timmy Hansen looks on the outside of the Joker section as his great rival Johan Kristoffersson drives back up the hill. Long run down into turn 8. Such a different style between the Volkswagen drivers as well, isn't it? Vaby oh so sideways. Kristoffersson nice, neat and tidy, but he can throw a car when he needs to as well. And now it's all about getting a great drive up the hill here out of the final corner. Absolutely nails it.
58.083 is the target time, and he's done it again. Unbeaten all season long in SuperPole, and he's taken almost a second out of Timmy Hansen. That is spectacular. 57.085. Kristoffersson goes to the top of the table.
We saw Tim Whittington with his mobile phone showing Timmy the times, and you could see the look on Timmy's face. Wow, a second quicker over a single lap. Kristoffersson releases his and the Volkswagen's full potential.
That is quite spectacular from Johan Kristoffersson. Let's go down and hear what he has to say about that very impressive start to this 9th round of the season.
Johan, wow, that was quite the lap around there. Would you say that was a perfect lap, almost a second quicker than Timmy?
Yeah, it was a very good lap. I didn't have the best laps on SuperPole yesterday, but today I had a very, very good lap. You never get a lap without any mistakes, but this one was good attack, but avoiding the mistakes. So the track is very tricky and you have to be aggressive, but if you're too aggressive, you lose a lot of time quickly.
Okay, so we'd love to know, where would you like to start heat 1?
Pole from heat 2.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that is something that has become a familiar statement from Johan Kristoffersson throughout the season. That's his favourite position to begin the racing when we line up 4 cars alongside each other on the grid. Here's the confirmation of the SuperPole result. Top of the table yet again. Undefeated in SuperPole this season, Johan Kristoffersson. But it's the time difference that will grab the early headlines here today. Just under a second quicker than Timmy Hansen. Veiby 3rd, Kevin Hansen is 4th, Gronholm is in 5th position. We will be back with the first heats of the day at 12:30 local time. Until then, on behalf of all of the team, many thanks for your company. It's goodbye for now.
The FIA World Rallycross app enables you, the fans, to watch RX Plus anytime and anywhere as we enter a new electric era for the sport. Registered RX subscribers can sign in with their account details and watch hundreds of hours of exclusive World RX action live or on demand in amazing HD quality. With simple navigation, users can catch up with all the latest news, follow the race results, check the championship standings, and enjoy free video clips.